Cuckoo, 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 it's not cuckoo, but it's cuckoo, it's hi in French. And my name is Faten, and I am with my neighbor and good friend David for his project Tribe. So I will try to speak in English, and I will do my best to you can understand me. So, what's the first question? Why I'm here? So it's a very, very interesting question. So that's remember me a song of Egyptian singer, which was very famous. I remember the song was Min Ghirli. So it's Min Ghirli. How can I say in English? Min Ghirli. It's something, no comment, something like that. And the song, I don't know if I can tell you the song. جايين الدنيا ما نعرف ليه ولا عارفين ايه ولا رايحين وين ولا رايحين فين. So it's song. We came in this life. We don't know where we are going, and we don't know why we are here. It's so beautiful song. So I don't know. I don't know where I am here. So I'm just try to talk in front the camera, and I'm in this amazing building called West Bath. It's a residency of artists, and I'm so happy because I spend now 1 year and 3 months here. So I spent all the period of the pandemic, and it was an amazing experience because when the pandemic started, I got this residency, and I came here 6 years ago now, and I was living like nomad life. So I'm a photographer, I'm an artist, and I came here. I was in Tunisia before, which was my country. So I'm French Tunisian, and I decided to come here. I left everything in my country, and I decided to come here to start another life and to follow the American dream. American dream. I still believe in the American dream. I mean, especially, so my experience was very interesting here because I remember when I came here, nobody encouraged me to stay. They told me, I mean, Faten, you are just crazy because you left everything in your country. You had everything in your country. You are a very good artist. You have everything. And why you came here? I mean, with nothing. Here it's so hard city, and we have a lot of artists too. So it's hard to find your place. So you should come back to your country. And I couldn't come back to my country because I was already here, and I decided. And I was little bit depressed about what they said to me, and I said, wow. So I changed my life, and I decided to come here, and I mean, and I am not. I cannot stay because it's not a good idea. And but after 1 month, I said, okay, why all these people that they told me to don't stay because it was hard? Why they still here? I mean, something wrong. I mean, so I said, okay, let's just try to be just here, to enjoy your time here, and just take a course of English because my English was so bad, even now, but now it's better. I mean, but 6 years ago, I was, we learn English in my country. I think I'm the only one in my family who don't speak English because I boycott the language. I was a little bit rebel when I was like 16 years old, and I mean, I decided to take a point about the war in how we say in the country of the Gulf country, you know, the Emirates, you know. So I decided to take a point, to take, you know, and I boycott the language, and for 4 years I didn't go to study, I mean, English. That's why my English is so bad. So when I decided to stay here, I said, okay, let's do like tourist, and you will just take some courses, and it will be perfect. I mean, you will start to socialize, and you will start to, you know, just don't take it seriously. You are here like a tourist, and maybe you will not stay here. I mean, and I'm still here after 6 years. My experience was just amazing because I met an amazing people, and all these people, they just opened their heart for me, and they opened their houses for me, their places, and from there I'm living like a nomad life, which I really like, and I continue to realize my dreams about all my projects that I decide to develop here. And one of them, my recent project called Itinerary, it's a very beautiful story because when I was in my country, in Tunisia, Tunisia experienced the revolution, and after 50 years of dictatorship, we finally felt free and full of hope. But a year later, one of my work was stolen and burned publicly by extremists. They considered it blasphemy and put me in real danger. But I mean, I never considered exile. I just moved I was completely isolated, and I moved from the arts, and I was at home, and I decided to don't socialize. I decided to don't talk with the media, because at that time, all the media was like, I received so many calls and so many, it was crazy. And I decided to don't talk about all this story because, in my opinion, I think artists, they cannot be victim, even if I was one of them. But I was very convicted about what I did, and I don't have any regret, and I still hope my country, Tunisia, this beautiful country, is still learning how to grow up after 50 years of dictatorship. And when I see around me all these countries very, very, very developed, like here, I see exactly the same thing. So I'm very proud to be from Tunisia. So I was completely alienated at that time. I was completely depressed a little bit, because I was depressed because nobody asked me after to exhibit. And this was for me very hard to accept it, because I feel like I'm already died. I'm still here. I didn't go to exile, and I'm still here. But why nobody asked me to exhibit? Nobody, it was a little bit hard for me. And one day I was at home, and I start to to arrange my house, and I was in the garage, and I find in the back of my garage I find an early century backdrop, and I was so it was so impressive because I find it wasn't very in the good condition, so I restore it. And I decided to restore it, and I said, wow, this is just a piece of art. So, and I asked my husband, and he told me that was her ex-wife, Claude. She was a set designer, and she found it many years ago, and she used it on one of the Tunisian movie, and after, I mean, he was like, you know, he didn't find a place because it was very, very big canvas. And he put it on the garage, and I was, wow, this is, I have to do something with it. This is a sign. This is maybe a sign from her, and I don't know. Something happened to me inside me, and I said, Faten, this is, you have to go through what's happened to you, and maybe now you can move. So after of course that related my passion, you know, the fact that I find this canvas, and I said, okay, so now maybe you can start to do a series of portraits. And it was so interesting because before, all my work was, the human being doesn't exist in my picture. So for me, this canvas was the relationship that I can have with the character that I chose. And it's kind of, he tell me her story, I tell him my story. It's kind of very beautiful sharing, you know, moment. I mean, this is my interpretation about. It was. I shared an amazing moment with all the characters that I chose, and after that I said, Faten, so now maybe you can take this canvas after I restore it. You can take this canvas and you can travel with it. So in the beginning, I traveled with the canvas in my country. So and it was so interesting experience because I did the copy because the original was very, very heavy and also was so fragile. So I restored it, but I did a copy with different texture, so I can travel with the copy. And I start to travel in Tunisia, and on the top of my car, and I stop it in every city, and I mean, I felt free with this project. I felt something, you know, I released all the tension and all the fear that I had before, you know, about also myself, because I didn't know why I had this fear, because I didn't feel myself that I did something wrong, you know, and. So anyway, so I start to travel and I start to meet people, and this is for me was so powerful. Meeting people, sharing with them their journey, sharing with them their life. You know, I was working with different strats to the society, you know, and it was very beautiful experience. So after that, I decided to travel with it. So I start to another. So I did couple exhibition in Paris, and after I said, okay, Faten, you are. I mean, you are. You can travel in United States. I was already here. I mean, I came sometimes and. I spent like 3 months, 6 months, and I come back to my country. I wasn't sure if I will stay here, and if I, you know, and And yeah, I finally came here with this canvas, and I start to do some series, and I was so impressed about, you know, all this, all my, I mean, all my work is based on the memory. So for me, it was so important when I arrived on this big country to work with the Native American, because for me there was the first, how can I say, the first people here. So I don't know, really, I tried sometimes to ask myself why I was so obsessed to work with Native American. I don't know, because maybe that remind me also my identity. Because sometimes we lose our identity. We don't know where we come from. We don't know. I mean, and I felt I'm so so close to them, and I was so excited to travel in United States, because I don't know other city than New York, and I start to work with this curator, and the idea was to take a camping car, to take a van, and to travel in the van in all United States to visit the tribe with my canvas. And it was a crazy idea, because I have to travel by myself, because I believe I don't work with people. I lived with them. I mean, it's totally different. It's totally different. So I cannot take you in picture if I don't know you. I can't. So for me, I mean, maybe you have this talent, but I'm not in this kind of, you know. And so for me, it was I want to go through the portrait. I wanna go inside the character. I want to go inside his life. I want to go inside his problem. I want to go inside his emotion. I want to go, you know, and it's kind of it's related at, of course, my identity too. So I try back and forth. We talk, we share, we laugh, we cry, and this is what this is how the picture came to me. So how the portrait came to me. So so after 1 year to prepare the project, to start to find, you know, some grant because I have to buy the camping car. But I was lucky, because one of my friends, she introduced me her brother-in-law, and I went to see him in South Dakota, because he was a teacher, and he's very integrated. He was very integrated on the Sioux tribe reservation, and thanks to him, I was able to be there and to know all these fantastic people. So I went on his house, and after 1 week, I discovered in the back of his garage. I have kind story about the garage. This is the second story. I mean, I don't know the third one how it will be, but I mean, it was a very beautiful surprise. So I discovered in the back of his garage a camping car, and I think it was the day before my departure to New York, and after I supposed to travel in Paris, and after to come back to Tunisia, spend the summer in Tunisia. And I discovered this canvas. I was like, you know, the dog when he find something, you know, he was turning around like this. And when he came back, I told him, Brian, I discovered a beautiful van on your garage. He said, oh yeah. It's for my retirement because I'm planning to buy my house and to go to travel to see my family. But you know what? You can take it when you want. I said, what? I can take it? Yes. So I think after that day, so as soon as he told me, you can take the van, I took all my stuff out of his house and I went inside the van. So he was little bit afraid. He said, Faten, are you okay? I didn't ask you to go out from my house. I mean, you can stay. I said, no. In my country, we don't have this kind of things because my country, it's very small. It's like New York. We don't have, we don't have a lot of, how can I say, if you can travel in all the country in 10 hours, 12 hours. So after 1 week, I decided to travel by myself. I took the camping car and I traveled in all the South Dakota. So from Redfield, the place where I was, until Nebraska, and with my canvas, and I shared an amazing, beautiful experience. I met people, just, how can I say, humble people. I learned from them a lot, and I don't want to start to cry because it was very powerful experience for me. And these people, they don't have nothing, absolutely nothing. They took everything from them, but they have everything. I mean, they are so humble, and I think we can still learn more and more from them. Yeah. So this is my story, and I'm so happy to do this for my good friend now. So thank you, David, to invite me for this beautiful project. Bye-bye.